This video is about visualizing results in Abaqus. So I've opened a file here and I want to visualize the results on this first job here which is completed. So I can right click it and I can go to results. Alright, so I have to double click the ODB file here, job1 ODB file, which is where the results are kept, and I get my results here. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second, the layout of this. The ODB file contains all of the outputs, and you might have requested several outputs, and the outputs are these fields outputs here. So if you solve a linear elastic problem, for instance, your solution variable will be u. Never mind that, I'll change this in a bit here and we'll talk about why this doesn't work. U, which is the displacements. So in this case, yeah, you have the displacements, and from the displacements you can compute all other fields that you want. For instance, the stress field or the strain field, which is E. And now, how does Abaqus visualize this? Well, if we look at the strain field here, strain is visualized right now in the max in plane principal strain. And we can change this because the strain is a tensor and this is isotropic now, so it only shows the 1, 2 because all of the others are the same. So we have 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3, 3. So 1, 1 is the x direction, and then we have the y direction and the 3, 3 direction that is out of plane. If you look at it here, x is the first, y is the second, and z is the third. So if you look at the first here, that is how are these strains in the x direction. This is what we get. If we look at 2, 2, then this is these are the second direction, and 3, 3, which is just 0 because we have this is an in plane or a plane strain type of element we used. Alright, well, let's switch to stresses, and this now stress is also a tensor, so it's a multidimensional thing, right? Quantity or a field if you want. So we scalarize it to only one dimension using the von Mises formula, right? And this is what we're displaying right now, von Mises. There are a bunch of others. You have Tresca, for instance, here. Well, maybe not a bunch of others, but yeah, Abaqus has implemented von Mises and Tresca. You can of course visualize the first principal direction here, and or actually this is the x-axis direction. You can visualize the first principal direction here, the max principal, which is this one, and yes, the second and the third, and also the shear here, 1, 2. And since this is symmetric, that's why you don't only have 1, 2. It's the same as 2, 1. Okay, so those are the fields.